Well, hello, Gemini. I'm Denise Stargazer. It's July. It's already July, so we're doing more tarot insights, and I'm so happy you're here. So Cancer season. What do you think of Cancer season, my dear Gemini? I mean, if you're thinking emotional, deep dives into some like shadow stuff, yep, you're right, because Cancer season feels all the feels. All the feels. We just had this new moon in Cancer as well, like right before July started. And that new moon really bonked on the side of our head that it's important that we find our potential. Like, what is your potential? And where do you hold back? Because one of the things that happens with Gemini, you're ruled by Mercury and you're a natural teacher. You love to learn. You love to share what you learn. And sometimes you hold back in like that dialogue you have with that good friend about that new really cool musical group you found out about, or you're learning about the architecture of the Egyptian pyramids or whatever this is. If you're holding back and sharing or communicating or being with friends, it's important that you decide in the month of July to really reach out to people that you haven't talked to. Share what you know. Find your potential. Maybe teach a class or take a class. Do something that just lights you up. Okay, Gemini? So let's go into the cards. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Holy water, tap 3 times. So we're looking for the insights and the overviews for Gemini in this Cancer season. Let's go. All right, so you are, oh my gosh. Have you been feeling trapped by some behaviors that have not served you? This can be anything like overspending, overeating, over drinking, over anything, doing too much. Maybe sort of like an addiction, but then also maybe just annoying behaviors like self-doubt. And one of the things that the Devil card shows me is that there have been some really strong pulls with these behaviors. You're being asked to focus on you, to nurture yourself, to find your self-determination, to get beyond some of these habits. But I have a feeling that some of these behaviors, Gemini, are linked to feeling a little lost. And if it's been a difficult year for you, if it feels like emotionally you're kind of going in and out of these pockets of like mourning and grieving, and then you're kind of finding the light again and feeling hopeful, but then you're kind of going back into that pocket of mourning or grieving, I want you to know that it does not last forever. It is not a permanent situation. Although I can imagine that at some points, Gemini, it feels that way. But this card, this 5 of Cups, is a card of grieving and loss. There's probably something that you are mourning, and it is really important in this Cancer energy to allow yourself to have those emotions. Actually, being true to your emotions will help you feel more stable. You're an air sign, and so sometimes you get stuck in your inner landscape. You get stuck in those inner thoughts, and it feels almost disabling. You know, those thoughts just spin and spin and spin. Something that really supports air signs, and I don't care when you do this. It doesn't even have to be in a feely month like a Cancer month. Air signs need to be grounded. So you need to put your feet in the grass. You need to lay on the earth. You need to give yourself opportunities to stop and smell the roses. And now more than ever, instead of turning to some of these behaviors that haven't served you, now more than ever, acknowledging that you have a shadow side. We all do. We do, right? You have a shadow side that needs to be nurtured and loved, and let go of literally the judgment that you have for yourself. Be kinder to you. Talk to a friend. Go to a therapist. Give yourself a chance to really take care of you. This Judgment card isn't just about judgment. I mean, it can be, but it's also very like spiritual. It's the choices you're making right now. It's the people that support you and love you and show you perhaps a spiritual path, a path of enlightenment. There's a lot of choices from these cards, it feels, that are going to start showing up, and making choices right now, especially if you're feeling kind of sad or kind of out of it. Those choices could be tricky. So do you need some guidance? Do you need to have a session with me? Do you need to reach out to somebody and get a little bit of support? Because sometimes when we're in an emotional spot, it just feels very murky and it's hard to make those choices. So let's see what else is coming up. Let's see what some of the good things are. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay. Oh, Chariot showing up again. So listen, I know that the first cards out of the chute were a little like, oh, because whenever that devil card shows up, people are like, really? And it's just one of those cards. We're like, really, here he is again. Okay. But have no fear, my dear. The Queen of Wands has your back. So the Queen of Wands, fiery, passionate projects, passion. This Queen of Wands is a nurturer. And I can't help but think this is you. I can't help but think it's you. It doesn't matter if you're a male or female. All of the tarot cards have both masculine, feminine energy, right? But this Queen of Wands thinks about what she wants. Sometimes she's a little impulsive, but she goes for it. She's fire. She knows how to get to where she needs to be. And this energy supported with the Chariot that I just drew. Oh, boo, you are on your way. You are definitely moving and grooving. I mean, that sadness and that loss and that behavior has probably been in your world for a little while. Don't be surprised if the Cancer energy, this July energy, helps you to feel more determined. It's one of the things that Cancer brings as a gift is self-determination, individuation, and potential. And especially, like I said, that Cancer new moon was like full of potential for us. So you're also being visited by this beautiful Six of Cups. This is the card of reminiscing. There's probably some people in your life that are coming back in that you haven't talked to for a while. This could also be that you're having dreams and people from your past are showing up in your dreams. But this is a feel-good card. The Six of Cups wants you to take a moment to think about where you've been and to just acknowledge that, gosh, you have worked your ass off to get here. This is no mistake. Like, you are where you are for a reason. Gosh, I know that can be hard to hear, especially if you're like, Denise, I'm in a shitty spot right now. Like, why am I here? Ugh. We are all asked to find peace, to be ourselves in all of our authenticity, and to love unconditionally. And if that is one of the goals you have, well, especially if that was one of the goals you had when we turned the calendar into a new year in 22, this card of reminiscing is going to create fond memories that you can connect to and perhaps reach out to some people if you feel like it is something you want to do. But it's going to help you to remember that this is a journey. This is a journey. You get to choose. How do you want this journey to go? Okay, a couple other cards. The card of the stalemate. This is the Two of Swords. This is definitely a victim type of card. It's like, oh, I'm stuck. I can't move forward. You can absolutely move forward. There's a ton of emotion with all that water that you have to process. And that moon is telling me that sometimes you push things into your subconscious or you deny things. And by denying, I mean that you just don't want to face them. And we all do that too. Okay, so Gemini, lay down the swords. Give yourself the option to just move on. Move on. Sometimes things just have to like be done. Right? Yeah. But look at the Ace of Cups. Masculine and feminine energy, new beginnings, emotional processing, could be a relationship, could be a new relationship, could be like a spark in your current relationship. Yes. But this Ace of Cups is emotional. It brings like creativity. It brings communication. The Ace of Cups wants you to start something new. If you've been in a relationship for a long time and it just feels like it's kind of like a crusty old piece of bread, kind of hard and shriveled up, then Ace of Cups is saying, hey, you have an opportunity to make this what you want. You have an opportunity to make your relationship better. And Cancer, hello, what better season to be emotionally connected to your partnership than Cancer season? All right. I hope, Gemini, that you have a beautiful month. Please like and subscribe. It means so much to me. It really helps me. And I'm just honored that you are here. Oh, and also I have a free newsletter every single week. It's your horoscope. So please go to my link and actually below in the description and click that link so that you can be included in that free weekly newsletter. So then you can kind of see, like, as we go through the month, like how this energy is really serving you in this Cancer season. All right. Thanks, guys.